Okay, so there's another gritty win, and sometimes the mark of a good team is winning when you didn't have your best game, and they certainly didn't feel like they did. So what stood out to you about how Minnesota was able to pull that one off?
Well, we got to do the thing where we pay tribute to the Vikings, right? I mean, like, there's a lot of Jets talk. The Vikings are 5-0. And also, listen, they won that game. Aaron Jones is out, like, almost immediately, so they lose their best running back. There was a hit that Sam Darnold took in the first half that was not shown in the highlight, that personally, just watching the entire game, I think he was really banged up. I was wondering if he had broken ribs after this or bruised ribs. He was down, he was turtling, he comes back in, and he's super tough. In the second half, I don't feel like he was finishing his throws. He didn't look anything like he has looked for the first 4.5 weeks, and the Vikings still win. Peter, what do you make of Minnesota? And let's get to the Jets.
Well, I look at the defense. I mean, real quick, I mean, Brian Flores has been one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL this season, and you see the Van Ginkel interception, and then you see the Gilmore interception. These are Flores guys. Yeah. Flores had Van Ginkel in Miami. Yeah. He coached Gilmore for years in New England. They're all speaking the same language, and it's like as we do this Sam Darnold MVP flips, and I know he got hurt yesterday and didn't play his best game, the defense has been the story for me because you look at the offenses they've silenced. Houston Texans are blowing everybody out. Yep. Bobby Sloan, like they did nothing against the Vikings. The 49ers, Shanahan, all the stuff, they did nothing against the Vikings. And then here comes this Hackett offense that you're thinking, all right, Aaron Rodgers, he's owned the Vikings over the course of his career. No, he didn't. 3 picks, had nothing at the end, and it was obviously picked by Gilmore, and they beat him up. So you're not going to find superstars all over this defense. Danielle Hunter's not there anymore. You know, Harrison Smith is coming off the edge here, and you know his name, but like the day that Jared Allen is there and getting honored and doing the whole skull chant and all that, like I think the defense was the story here, and that was not Darnold's best day, and Minnesota still found a way to win and stay 5-0.
Peter, just watching these highlights of Rodgers get hit, I mean, I'm sitting here flinching every time I see him just get whacked like that, and you showed it in the highlight. The one where, I mean, I literally am sitting there watching the game, and if you're a fan, whether you like the Jets or not, there was that moment of I'm like, oh my God, this is it.
It's all over.
He came all the way back. He worked so hard to get back from that Achilles. This is it. And there was that dramatic moment. You said got back there and back in the game quickly, but it felt like, he's going to the tent, and then it was like this. It felt like out of a movie. He's like, no, right? Like he just grabs the helmet.
Daniel LaRusso's going to fight.
In that moment, it seemed so dramatic. I'm like, oh my God, despite all the mistakes, like they're going to come back. They didn't. And Rodgers called the 3-interception game out of character. What do you make about how that offense played? Because here we sit now, and it's not pretty.
Look, we could blame the offense, you can blame the defense, you can blame a million things. Like, this isn't right. You're not supposed to be 2-3 if you're the New York Jets, and you went all in on this season. They have one of the biggest payrolls. They've got a 41-year-old quarterback. Come back from this trip, and I don't feel great about this. I had the Jets going number 1 in the AFC, and Rodgers being the MVP. Couldn't be more wrong through 5 weeks. And yet, I look at that AFC East. Bills have now lost 2 in a row. Dolphins still don't have Tua. Patriots look like the worst team in football. I'm not calling quits on this team yet. This has not been good.
Yeah.
They have no rhythm with these wide receivers. Rodgers, it's now October. Like, we have to get this going. But I look at this schedule up ahead, and, Bills, Steelers, Patriots, Texans, worthy competitors. But, like, you go 2-2, you go 3-1, you're right in this thing still. And if you're the Jets, just hang around till late, and hopefully they get their chemistry going. Look, it wasn't pretty. And you're watching this yesterday as a Jets fan, and you're wondering, what is Saleh doing? Yeah. So there's a lot of questions, but I don't think Saleh's losing his job this morning, and I don't think that the Jets should be in this mass hysteria, which the fans certainly are online.
It's really strange to watch. Outside of Cleveland, there's no offense that looks more awkward right now or more inept. And there's a really interesting barometer by which to measure how awkward Rodgers is right now in that offense. So we had the Van Ginkel pick 6. So go ahead and show it. Rodgers drops back. Van Ginkel reads it, grabs it. He's gone. I thought it was interesting earlier this week. Rodgers was talking about the Vikings defense, and he goes, I like the guy from Miami with the long hair. That's how he referred to him. So that's a pick 6 for Rodgers. I want you to really think about this. Rodgers has been in the league 20 years. That is his 5th pick 6 in 20 years. He does not throw them. He is an incredible protector of the football, let alone interceptions that are bad enough to get returned. 5 years. For context, compare it to his peers, how rare it is for Rodgers to make this mistake. Brett Favre did 32 times, this pick 6. Breeze, 27, 5. Do you understand that he does not do that? So I'm saying he's doing it now. He just did it in a game that's supposed to be week 5 of a new start in a fresh season and all these things where he's supposed to be so comfortable with his coordinator and his receivers. It still looks that awkward. Guys, he threw over 50 passes and barely was over 200 yards. It's way, way, way out of sort. And I hate to be so knee-jerk and so attention-grabby, but
do it.
When they land, is Devontae on the tarmac with an edible arrangement saying, I'm a Jet now? Because why don't you do that? There's 2 choices the Jets have right now. They say, well, we'll just dig deeper and just hope, and that chemistry is going to bloom, and the AFC East is maybe not running away with it. Or you say, what are we waiting for? He wants to be traded. Rodgers wants him here. Why not do it? I feel like if this is it, go in. If you're on death row and you get your last meal, you don't order the grilled chicken. You get the bucket of KFC and the pudding and the sodas and everything. Let's just do it.
I'll go one step further.
Why not?
I'll go one step further on this. If you're Saleh and you're Joe Douglas,
yes.
If you don't make the playoffs, do you think
they're out?
Do you think you're? I would go for it also and say, I mean, it might as well. I don't worry about this team 3 years, 4 years down the road. If I give up a future first-round pick or a future second-round pick, I might not be able to use them. So I'm with you. I think the Jets should be. But, gosh, you sure are giving Rodgers everything he wants and then some.
Well, that ship has sailed. And, like, Douglas and Saleh, they knew what they were getting into in his backyard in Malibu and, like, sitting down and this is what they're getting into.
Yeah.
You go and get him Devontae now. And if he doesn't have enough, then you trade for Mercedes Lewis. And then you just do whatever. You've already made that bed. Why do a half measure and say, oh, let's let Devontae go to the Saints? No, bring him there. What the hell? You're 2-3 guys. You're going nowhere.
Yeah, before we even brought up Devontae's name and you were talking about it, and you said they went all in. And the first thing that went in the back of my mind when you said all in, I'm like, oh,
did they? Yeah.
Well, there's like
Peter, have you checked in with your Jets friends? I had a text yesterday. What are they saying?
I mean, they don't want Saleh there back. They don't want Joe Douglas. Like, everyone's absolutely beside themselves, and they feel foolish that they let themselves believe. But guess what? It's October.
I know.
It's a long season.
2-3. They look really rough.
They looked really good in training camp, though, so I'm not giving up on this team.
Oh, that's good. All right, I think we have Ian standing by. I heard a rumor about that.
I don't know if his phone's going on. Maybe he can help us out with these questions. Ian Rappaport back with us. As we saw in the highlight, and it was a painful one to watch, Aaron Rodgers just getting banged up there. Is this something that the Jets should be worried about?
Yeah, a lot of good conversations going on. We'll talk about the conversations inside the Jets building in 1 second. But yes, Aaron Rodgers was banged up. Certainly a scary moment for the Jets quarterback. I wondered the same thing as you guys. Are we going to do this whole thing again where Rodgers gets there, we get all excited, and then is out for a long period of time? Does not seem to be the case. A low ankle sprain for Aaron Rodgers, and the fact that he has an extra day this week to get ready for Monday Night Football bodes well for him being able to play and obviously finish the game. Missed minimal time.